The best way to prove the existence of God is by using math.
So in this video, they are trying to prove the existence of God using math. And look, I respect faith. You can believe in God or not believe in God because, well, God is a faith-based concept, and I respect either way. But trying to bring in math into it, it always goes wrong. And in this particular video, well, it's a long string of nonsense things about math from someone clearly who doesn't know math. And let me just speak about one of those nonsense things in particular, because it's a misconception of the concept of information, which I think is interesting.
Math is infinite. That means math contains every possible combination of numbers, and if we use numbers as code for letters, then math contains every possible combination of letters as well. That means every book that has ever been written already exists encoded in math somewhere. In fact, every book that possibly could be written already exists in math.
That also means that every book that is complete nonsense, a complete nonsense long string of characters, is also encoded by math. The misunderstanding here is that all the information is equivalent to zero information. So let me give you an example. Suppose you have a document that lists every possible name, and next to every possible name, every possible cell phone number. Then you would agree that there is no information in that document because it's just a random set of all the names with all the possible cell phone numbers. But if instead I gave you a document that has every name of a person in the US, say, and next to it exactly just one number, which is their cell phone number, then you would say, okay, there is some intelligence or there is some information in that document. So that's the difference between like all the information, for example, the natural numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, of course it contains all the numbers, and that means it contains all the useful information, and together all the useless information, everything is in there, which amounts to no information whatsoever. The same argument comes up in the concept of pi, which conjecturally the digits of pi also contain all possible finite combinations of numbers, but it contains all the numbers, not just some numbers that are like the complete works of Shakespeare and so on. It contains all the numbers, so it contains conjecturally all the finite sets of information, which is equivalent to no information at all. So that is not something to be like, wow, there is some like intelligence behind the concept of pi. It's just a math concept that contains all the information, which again is equivalent to no information, essentially.